I want to welcome everybody tonight to the Social Enterprise Alliance Chicago Chapter's presentation on the L3C. Social enterprise is a very exciting space to be involved in right now. There are a lot of very interesting things happening. Law is being made around the country that will change the way it's done, and the potential for it is significant. The Chicago chapter is less than a year old, and we are already becoming one of the largest, most dynamic chapters in the country for social enterprise, and we're very excited to host this event and welcome you all here tonight. Tonight we are blessed with two important speakers. Mr. Lane will be speaking about the L3C and what it is, and we'll have a representative from our legislative branch to talk about what's going on in terms of the legal status of L3Cs in the state of Illinois. To introduce Mr. Lane, I'd like to ask Bernie Ryan to come up. She's with HarborQuest. She is the heart and soul of that organization. She is involved in a lot of aspects of social enterprise, and if you'll welcome Bernie Ryan.
Thanks, Daniel. HarborQuest has started 5 social enterprises, and we are looking at launching an L3C as our 6th. So we're really excited to hear what Marc Lane has to say tonight. I just want to let you know a few things about Marc before we introduce him. Marc is currently spearheading the creation of the Chicago chapter of the Social Enterprise Alliance, which most of you are here as a result of interest in the Alliance. He's an enthusiastic champion of L3C legislation in Illinois. He's an innovator in helping social enterprises and social entrepreneurs. Okay, we'll do that one again. Social enterprises and social entrepreneurs leverage capital so they can maximize financial results, all while driving positive social change. He is a pioneer, the pioneer behind the advocacy investing approach to mission-related investing. Marc is a practicing business and tax attorney. He's a master registered financial planner. He is the author of 32 books on a variety of topics, which include nonprofit management, taxation, entrepreneurship, corporate governance, and mission-related investing. He's a longtime faculty member at Northwestern University's Law School. He created and teaches the social entrepreneurship class there, and as you might imagine, he probably never sleeps. So now Marc Lane is here to share his knowledge on L3C legislation. Welcome, Marc.
Thanks, Bernie. Appreciate the expansive remarks, although not entirely warranted. I'm happy to have them anyway. And welcome to all of you. Appreciate your attending this afternoon on a concept that I am very passionate about, and I think which will be a very important opportunity for those of us who are agents of positive social change to empower social purpose businesses as well as foundations and others concerned about societal improvement and enhancements. The Chinese have a curse: may you live in interesting times. And indeed we do. And it is impacting the community of interest in which we're all members in a very tough and deep way. Paul Light, who's a professor at New York University, has predicted that this year, 2009, with charitable contributions drying up because of the recession, something like 100,000 of the nation's million nonprofit organizations will be shuttered. Social purpose businesses are suffering both from a reduced grants base from nonprofits and foundations, as well as the impact of the seized capital markets and credit markets. And grants are drying up because foundations are seeing their investment portfolios decline in value. Consequently, they're obliged to make smaller and smaller grants available to social causes. all of this is a fairly ominous backdrop to what I believe will be, and you will agree, a very positive and uplifting opportunity that we're going to be talking about today. Foundations have really two different ways, complementary ways, to leverage their capital to drive positive social change. The first is mission-related investing, and that's a subset of socially responsible investing, where foundations seek to select investments for income and capital appreciation based upon not only their financial metrics and business opportunities, but also to support good behaviors among corporations in areas of social justice, respect for the environment, good corporate governance, and the like. And this is a topic unto itself that I am very enthusiastic about, but that's for another day, or perhaps after we have this conversation. So that's mission-related investing. It has to do with generally stock and bond type investing, where there are predictable and fairly reliable metrics that can be put to work. The second is what's called program-related investing, and that's what we're primarily here to talk about today. And program-related investing is really an alternative available to foundations who have a statutory obligation to do one of two things every year in exchange for the tax benefits they enjoy. Either they must make distributions or grants equal to at least 5% of their non-charitable use assets, that is in most cases all of their assets in the case of foundations, for charitable purposes. So they can either distribute that money to operating charities or deploy it in other ways for societal good. And those grants are one choice to satisfy and discharge statutory obligations. The second is to make program-related investments of, again, 5% of non-charitable use assets annually. Now, let's talk about what program-related investments, or PRIs, actually are, because they are at the heart of the opportunity of L3Cs. A program-related investment is really the nonprofit sector's equivalent of venture capital. It allows for investments that are high risk and would otherwise subject both the foundation and its managers to an excise tax equal to 10% of the high-risk investment made. But it's an exception to that rule. Now you might ask, why is there a tax on a high-risk investment? Understand that the purpose of program-related investments and the purpose behind the tax benefits available to foundations is to drive positive social change. To the extent money is deployed speculatively, the likelihood of social change actually being achieved diminishes. So therefore, the foundation and its managers are both taxed if they make investments that are speculative, that is, where there is not appropriate collateral, likelihood of recovery of investment either through dividends and capital appreciation, or in the case of a loan, recovery of principal plus reasonable interest. So absent those criteria, the ordinary course of events would have the foundation and its managers both subject to this so-called jeopardizing investment tax, which is an excise tax. But PRIs are an exception. Program-related investments allow for speculation, and indeed they invite speculation for reasons we're going to talk about. So here are the requirements of a program-related investment.